This is the perfect RIA, in case you didn't know. Bringing you all the strategies to help your business grow. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Sit back and listen in while you feel the beat, yeah. Another myth bites the dust.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Follow Up Friday. I am your Follow Up Friday. Do we call that the triple F? The FFF host? That could mean other things, I guess. But your host, Matthew Jarvis, and in this Friday edition, my job is to walk you through not just the highlights of Monday's episode, but to make sure that you really identified and, of course, implemented the action items that Micah and I discussed, because it is, of course, only the action that you take that will make a difference in your practice. As the saying goes, if knowledge was all it took, we would all be billionaires with six-pack abs. Since I am neither, what we're going to look at is the action you can take to dramatically improve your practice, specifically your prospect process. You see, Mike and I have the opportunity not only to sit in dozens, hundreds of our own prospect meetings, we also have the opportunity to review prospect meeting recordings from some great advisors all around the world. And when we do this, when we review these recordings, when we look back at the recordings of our own prospect meetings, what we discover is a series of common mistakes. And one of those mistakes is not being clear with yourself and with the prospect the goal of this meeting. For example, if you spend half of the meeting talking about you, your firm, your investment philosophy, your process, whatever the case may be, then I guess if your intention was to sort of bore people with your credentials, you may have won. But the prospect, why did the prospect come in? Did they come in to meet with you virtually or in person because they wanted you to read aloud your bio, or because they wanted to listen to you wax eloquent about the mysteries of financial planning? Or did they come to you because they have a specific question, a specific concern, or series of concerns that they need to have answered? Now, I'm going to bet all the money in the world that it's the latter, that they're coming because they have a question or a concern. This is why in top advisor prospect meetings, instead of leading with asking them 100 questions, asking them about their emotions, talking about yourself, talking about the processes, talking about the virtues of being a fiduciary fee only, I only work on Tuesdays financial planner, instead you lead with Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, how can I be of most assistance to you today? Or from our good friend Benjamin Brandt, Mr. and Mrs. Client, what question can I most, or would you most like me to answer for you today? So these are things that open it up, and then the focus is on the prospect, on their needs, on their concerns. And your job is really just to seed in there that you are aware of their concerns, that you specialize in what they need, assuming that's the truth for you, and that you can help them like you've helped several other clients. So my sort of a soapbox aside, let's look at 3 action items. The single best thing that you can do to improve your prospect meetings is record the prospect meetings. Now, ideally, this is a video recording, so you can watch for nervous gestures. Like you'll notice that you're always rubbing your face, or that your body language is not matching their body language, or that your office isn't laid out well. So a video recording is ideal. On Zoom, this is quite easy, but even an audio recording works just fine. The second action item is to, especially if you can't build up the courage to record your videos, record your meetings, is to pick 1 or 2 items that you're going to work on during each meeting. What could those examples be? They could be simple things like figuring out who is engaged. If you're meeting with a couple, who is engaged and who is not. It could be as easy as seeing how many questions you can ask versus how many statements you can make. It can even be, what are your hand gestures? A lot of people, especially advisors, are guilty of doing the single finger point, kind of the scolding point. This puts people on edge. It's not masterful communication. A better would be an open hand gesture or 2 open hand gestures. So pick something to watch out. You might think, wait a second, I'm a financial planner, I'm a CFP, I'm a CFA, I'm a whatever. I don't need to concern myself with hand gestures or how I hold my pen or where I'm positioning the paper on the table. And I would say to you that you're dead wrong, and that my bank account versus your bank account will prove that you're wrong. Now, that was kind of a jerky thing to say, but you get the point. If you're not a masterful communicator, your knowledge does not matter. If you cannot communicate effectively to a client why they should do a Roth conversion, why they should stay invested, why they should follow guardrails or buckets, if you can't communicate that in a way that resonates for them, that leaves them feeling like you are the guy or the gal to talk to, then all of your knowledge is for nothing. Action item number 3, sign up to attend our May Power Session, doubling the success of your prospect process. Obviously, this feeds nicely into that Power Session. You can visit theperfectria.com to get signed up for that, where Micah and I will go through the 7 most common mistakes advisors make in their prospect process, which ultimately is why you don't have as many clients as you otherwise could, which is also keeping you from graduating clients who aren't a good fit, raising your fees, all sorts of other things. So record your prospect meetings, pick 1 to 2 things to work on in each prospect meeting. And of course, number 3, sign up to attend our May Power Session, the 7 mistakes advisors make in their prospect process. And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The perfect RIA.